We start in North America, and according to reports, US Treasury official Scott Bessent has announced that 100 smaller countries will receive a set tariff rate, despite many of them never even contacting the US for discussions. This move comes as the US edges closer to finalising several trade deals. Bessent stated that major announcements could be expected in the coming days. He also confirmed that new tariffs would take effect on August the 1st. These tariffs are part of a broader strategy to reshape US trade relations. In a separate statement, Bessent revealed that President Trump plans to send letters to trading partners. These letters will inform them that if no agreement is reached, they will revert to tariff levels set on April the 2nd, Trump's Liberation Day tariffs. The developments signal a tense period ahead in global trade as the US works to negotiate better deals with its partners and address existing trade imbalances. While joining us to discuss these latest developments as that deadline looms, Raymond Vickery, former US Assistant Secretary of Commerce, joining us from Washington, DC. Raymond, as always, a pleasure to have you on NewsX World discussing this latest update here. Scott Bessent saying that these tariffs will come into effect on August the 1st, also saying that blanket tariffs will be placed on many countries who haven't had discussions. And of course, those letters are being sent out regarding these Liberation Day tariffs. Can I just get your overall opinion on the announcements and how impactful it could be to global economics? Hello, Raymond. Well, I believe we have lost Raymond, just waiting for him to reconnect. But just to provide some context on this situation, of course, April the 2nd, Trump's Liberation Day tariffs, 70 countries, around 70 countries placed with tariffs. Trump saying this is a negotiation tactic to get countries to look at that trade imbalance and have discussions and form deals. Those have not yet, of course, been agreed for many countries, but we are now joined by Raymond Vickery, former US Assistant Secretary of Commerce, of course, joining us from Washington, DC. Raymond, some big updates coming from the United States relating to tariffs, specific information on when they will be implemented. Letters also set to be going out to countries who are yet to agree a deal. What are the ramifications of all these latest updates?
Well, thanks very much for having me. Yes, we're down to the wire. President Trump likes to create tension, chaos, and work through it, and that seems to be the modus operandi here. I think there will be an announcement on U.S.-India trade relations in the next day or two, but there's a lot going on in the United States with the passage of the big bill that Trump had advocated and so forth. It seems to me that this is very crucial to U.S.-India relations. India-U.S. relations are not just a matter of security in terms of defense, but across the board in terms of economic relations, in terms of people-to-people relations. And you can't have a trade war going on. You can't have cutting off of trade with a 26% reciprocal tariff and expect a U.S.-India relationship to go forward through the Quad, vis-a-vis China, and in other ways. So this is important, and it's very important politically to President Trump. He has said that he has had Liberation Day starting April 2nd, and that all of these nations, the bilateral agreements, would fall into line and would be bringing back manufacturing to the U.S. That hasn't happened. He's had 2 or 3 framework agreements put in place, but India is a key one. And if he cannot announce victory, and he will announce victory no matter what has happened, it's going to be a very detrimental to him. So this is a crucial time and a very important part of U.S.-India relations.
Yes, absolutely. Raymond, you will stay with us. Of course, we brought that news earlier as well around discussions with the EU, Japan.